I explained in my previous video that how I struggled with chronic pain and chronic symptoms, and now I'm relieved of those pains and those symptoms. And what helped me was it's not, or what I realized was it's not about doing what you can to sort of I guess, cope with the pain. It's about getting to the root of why these pain signals are firing up and what is it that your body is trying to tell you. Now, with me, I had Hannah that was facilitating my healing. So she was able to release all those layers upon layers of trapped traumas and trapped emotions that were stored in my neck, in my jaw, in my upper back, and affecting and causing me headaches, migraines, etc. But one thing during my healing journey that I came across through recommendations of others was the Curable app. Now, I didn't actually subscribe or use the Curable app because I was already having my sessions with Hannah, but I've heard it's helped quite a lot of people. So you can check out the Curable app. The details of the Curable app are in the caption box. But one thing that really helped me from the Curable app was they had this sort of graphic that they've got on their website, and it's like a map of childhood experiences and things that may have happened, or the environments you were growing up in, and how that's led to sort of the symptoms and the pain that you're struggling with or dealing with today, whether it be anxiety or chronic pain or fatigue or whatever it is that you're struggling with today. It shows you how the sort of the pathway to these types of symptoms and many other symptoms. And but the good thing about it is it also tells you that by mapping where you have got to, you can also see your map in terms of the way out of what you're struggling with today. Yeah, the symptoms, the pain that you're suffering with today. And they've got a whole host of lots of scientific experts, medical doctors, etc., that provide really helpful educational tools, etc., via this app to help you understand what chronic pain is, what your symptoms might be telling you, and not only to map and figure out how you've got there, but also to identify a map in terms of how to come out of where you are today and how you're feeling today. And the details of that are in the caption box. But another thing that Hannah introduced me to was the German New Medicine, and that was a complete game changer for me. For me, before, I used to really fear symptoms. Like, I didn't really connect to, looking at what is it that my body is struggling with and what is it my body is trying to tell me. And Dr. Hammer is the doctor who created German New Medicine. And he basically was a really healthy, fit doctor, and his son had tragically passed away. And then Dr. Hammer had developed cancer himself. And Dr. Hammer was convinced that the loss and the trauma, the loss of his son, or the tragic loss of his son, had caused a trauma within him. And he believed that that trauma had caused or developed and triggered the cancer to grow. And that's where he started his research. And not only does it just talk about cancer, it talks about all sorts of symptoms and illnesses that we suffer with today. And it's given me sort of insight and into, what are symptoms trying to tell us? And what he's done is symptoms and medical issues, etc. He's mapped it back to certain biological or conflicts that our body is struggling with processing. They mention conflicts, but it's trapped emotions or traumas that our bodies are struggling to release or process, and sort of links it back to the root of what the emotions, the traumas, the sort of conflicts would be. And it's a whole new world. It's highly medical, highly scientific. So what I do is often look on YouTube to watch videos explaining and sort of introducing the basics of German new medicine, so I get a better understanding of it. And I've put in the caption box of a great video I watched to help me understand what German new medicine was and what our symptoms are trying to tell us, so we can listen more closely and understand what it is our body is trying to tell us. I'm not going to post a video now for another few days, just to give you some time to do your own research around the suggestions that I've given you. Maybe you want to do some reading about what chronic pain is. Maybe check out the Curable app. Maybe reach out to Hannah or get or download some of the books that I've suggested. And maybe even if you're comfortable, maybe try. If you're ready and comfortable, to try mapping out sort of your childhood experiences and how that may have led to the sort of symptoms and things you're struggling with today. Remember, it doesn't have to be childhood experiences in your household. It could be childhood experiences in the environments in school, in social settings, etc. It's really about the environment you were surrounded by and what kind of emotions and things may have been trapped from certain events, situations that may have happened in your childhood or even later on in life as well. So enjoy doing some research, and I will see you in a few days.